You're watching News 3 Now at 5. We are in a weather alert day as our light round of snow makes its way to southern Wisconsin tonight.
The snow could make for a messy commute tomorrow morning. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canulti is tracking the storm, and he joins us now from the weather patio with the very latest. Gary?
You know, Susan, it doesn't seem like things are too bad right now. In fact, temperatures are in the upper 20s and lower 30s, but the winds will pick up, and some light snow will be blown around by those strong winds tomorrow. So winter weather advisory is going to affect at 9 p.m. for our western viewers west of a Platteville to Lone Rock to Wisconsin Dells line, and start at midnight elsewhere, running until 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. Now, the snow isn't going to amount to too much, probably an inch, maybe up to a couple of inches in a few spots, but what's going to be the problem will be the strong winds blowing it around, and with temperatures in the mid-teens, it's going to be a light powdery snow. So you can see those wind gusts around 1 p.m. tomorrow, generally between about 40 and 45 miles per hour across southern Wisconsin. The light snow just starting to show up on radar across eastern North Dakota, a couple of flurries out ahead of it across Minnesota and Iowa, but the accumulating snow, or any accumulating snow, probably won't arrive until late this evening into the early overnight hours. Temperatures right now are pretty comfortable compared to the last couple of days. We're at 30 in Madison, 32 in Janesville. Those temperatures are make it feel a little bit colder with the winds. Wind chills right now are in the upper teens to around 20, and we have alert days in the forecast for Friday and Monday as well for bitterly cold temperatures below zero with wind chills to minus 25 in the morning and daytime highs in the single digits and wind chills staying below zero all day. Look for light snow and flurries to develop overnight and continue through the day tomorrow, but it will be very windy tomorrow. Tonight's low dropping to 15. Tomorrow we stay in the mid-teens all day, and those wind chills will drop below zero as well by late in the morning. I'll have more in the forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. Day one of the Chandler-Halderson trials now in the books. Prosecutors and the defense team gave opening statements today.
Halderson is accused of killing and dismembering his parents, Bart and Krista, back in July. He initially reported them missing, saying he had not heard from them since July 2nd. Chandler was later arrested for lying to police and charged after human remains later identified as his parents were discovered scattered around Dane County.
So does a series of lies that Chandler-Halderson told his parents prove that he had a motive to kill them?
That is what prosecutors are trying to convince the jury of during opening statements. However, the defense says that's not enough to prove that Halderson had anything to do with their murders. Brady Mallory joins us with a look at both sides. Brady?
Well, Dane County Assistant District Attorney William Brown says Halderson consistently lied to his parents about going to Madison College and working at American Family Insurance. However, prosecutors say records show Halderson did not attend Madison College for more than a semester, and nobody at American Family Insurance had a record of him even working there. That's what leads us to what the prosecution says is the motive. Attorneys argue Halderson murdered his parents when his father Bart found out he was lying about going to school. Defense says Halderson is just a normal kid and argues prosecution will talk more about what happened before and after his parents' deaths, but says there is a gap in evidence when it comes to what actually happened to them, which doesn't prove Halderson actually killed his parents.
The evidence in this case you'll find is overwhelming. Chandler Halderson killed his parents on July 1st, 2021. He cut up their bodies with axes and saws and knives. And he didn't even give them the dignity of having a funeral or even a final resting place in one piece or together.
When someone is on trial for the most serious crime possible, and every little thing they do, every little lie they might have told is blown up and thrown against someone, that's when proof beyond a reasonable doubt matters.
Attorneys say the jury will see about a few hundred photos of the 5,000 taken of the Haldersons' bodies. Now, they won't see all of them due to their condition in those photos. But at 6, we'll show you why the defense is emphasizing the jury not make any assumptions about this case.
Brady, thank you. Chandler Halderson's brother was called to the stand today. He said he wasn't very worried about his parents' whereabouts until Chandler himself was concerned. Mitchell Halderson said it was not like his parents to go to their cabin in Langlade County without letting him know.
And what were your parents' habits about keeping in touch or not keeping in touch with you in connection when they went to the cabin?
My mom would reach out any chance she could, so she would have told me.
Mitchell told prosecutors he and Chandler were in line to receive approximately $1 million from their parents' life insurance policies. He also said the amount had not been paid out yet.
We have many resources for you to access all the information you need regarding this major trial. We will live stream the trial when it's in session at channel3000.com/Halderson.
There are certain parts of the trial that we are not allowed to show. You can find more information explaining that on our website. We also have posted a timeline of all of the events that led to this trial from the last time the Haldersons were seen all the way to the trial date. On the Halderson page, there is a full conversation that he had with one of our reporters before being arrested, and you can find more information through our news app as well. A Rock County man accused of killing his grandmother pleaded guilty in a court hearing today. 37-year-old Jamie Beggs had been staying with 97-year-old Kathleen Beggs when she was found dead. According to a criminal complaint, Beggs told authorities he was seeing demons before the murder. He is being charged with first-degree intentional homicide. No one was injured in a fire at a facility at the Didion ethanol plant. The fire broke out at the facility on Cabbage Road just before 8:40 last night. The flames were reportedly coming from a piece of equipment and were contained very quickly. An explosion at the adjacent Didion grain mill in 2017 killed 5 people and injured 14 others. And in 2020, a manager was found dead inside a corn silo after going inside to clean debris. Republicans in Wisconsin want to use COVID relief funds to encourage police to stay on the job and new officers to sign up.
Bills unveiled today would use $25 million in bonuses and other types of reimbursement for officers. Naomi Coles is at the Capitol with the details. Naomi?
Yeah, one of the biggest details here is that new police officers would get a $5,000 initial sign-on bonus, and then all current police officers in the state and sheriff's deputies would get a $2,000 one-time bonus. Now, other incentives part of this bill package include reimbursement for things like firearms and training for smaller departments, as well as reimbursing some police academy costs for new recruits. Police chiefs say this addresses a rising difficulty to attract new hires, while Democrats say this doesn't get at the core problem of declining help from the state.
Recruiting and retention are down because we went through a pendulum where people said it was no longer honorable to be a police officer or a sheriff's deputy, which is absolutely crazy to me.
I would like to see a long-term solution to what has been described as a long-term problem by law enforcement, and using one-time federal funds does not accomplish that long-term solution that our local governments in Wisconsin need.
Now, I checked into whether using federal COVID relief funds for public employee bonuses was something that other people have done. I found 2 other municipalities nationwide that had used these funds as a one-time bonus for their employees. You can find details on that right now at channel3000.com.
All right, Naomi, thank you. As more and more COVID cases are reported here in Dane County, Public Health is working on expanding COVID testing to make more appointments available to the public.
We're looking at the next week or the next 7 days for us as sort of a sprint. We're pulling out all the stops. This is a lot of staff who don't normally participate in testing, a lot of overtime, just to get us through this immediate surge and this immediate demand from the community.
Public Health is expanding its hours at the South Park Street Clinic. It'll now be open Tuesday through Sunday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The move makes over 1,700 new appointments available, which can be made through the Public Health website.
President Biden is doubling the U.S. order for a pill to treat COVID-19. The president's announcement comes as hospitalizations rise and the CDC considers new guidelines, all because of Omicron. Daryl Forges has the details.
Omicron is very transmissible variant, but much different than anything we've seen before.
COVID-positive case numbers continue to increase, and so are hospitalizations.
Unvaccinated are taking up hospital beds and crowding emergency rooms and intensive care units. That's displacing other people who need access to those hospitals.
According to data from the Department of Health and Human Services, more than 110,000 people are in hospitals with COVID. That's more than 60% higher than 2 weeks ago. The CDC says the majority of those hospitalized are unvaccinated.
Our vaccines, especially when combined with our boosters, have remained extremely effective at keeping people out of the hospital and at saving their lives.
Pediatric hospitalizations are now at record numbers. The CDC reports more than 500 children admitted each day last week.
So they're getting a lot of respiratory symptoms, as we've been expecting. Pneumonias, needing respiratory support to help them breathe better.
This as the CDC is expected to update its guidance on the recommended isolation period, according to a source familiar with the plan. Some health experts believe there is a way for people to live in the world of COVID.
We don't ask people to stay at home, but we say in public indoor settings, everybody should be wearing high-quality masks. We are requiring for people, I believe we should require vaccination and boosters for places like restaurants and concert venues to further reduce risk.
I'm Daryl Forges reporting.
CDC advisors are meeting tomorrow to consider recommending booster shots for teenagers ages 12 through 15. The Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office said it found nearly 600 Amazon packages that were dumped in a rural area of Oklahoma City. Some boxes had been opened and items were stolen. The Sheriff's Office said the packages were supposed to be delivered by Christmas. They had left an Amazon warehouse and were on their way to the U.S. Postal Service for delivery, but they never made it. The Sheriff's Office said it reached out to Amazon, but has not heard back.
Coming up next, a UW grad moved to Colorado to build her dream home and raise a family.
But now her dreams are shattered after losing her home in the recent wildfires. We'll share her story coming up after the break. And then later at 6, we'll break down the difference in symptoms of the flu, a cold, and COVID-19.
And some mixed numbers in Tuesday trading on Wall Street as the Dow surges almost 215 points. The Nasdaq tumbles 210. The S&P drops 3. And we'll be right back.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this New Year's, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the PowerSwabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. PowerSwabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This new year, order PowerSwabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free PowerSwabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
2 households, 2 sick kids, 2 loads of snot-covered laundry. Both will be washed with detergent, but only one will be sanitized.
Wait, what?
Make the wash work harder. Protection. Because adding Lysol laundry sanitizer to your wash kills 99.9% of illness-causing bacteria. Detergent alone can't.
Why can't hers be sanitized too? Aw, thank you.
Clean is good. Sanitized is better. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
High winds and light snow will lead to travel problems tomorrow. An alert day is in the forecast for tonight and tomorrow.
And tonight, the prosecution believes they have a motive for the Halderson homicides. We recap the second day of the Chandler Halderson trial, all coming up tonight at 6.
Away from your TV? Not a problem. Get breaking news, weather alerts, and political coverage from the award-winning News 3 Now team. Plus, all things Madison. Stay connected anywhere with Channel 3000, Madison's #1 digital news source. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. A Colorado wildfire that destroyed hundreds of homes has been boxed in now by firefighters to prevent it from spreading, but officials are warning that high winds expected could produce flare-ups for the blaze. Nearly 1,000 homes have been destroyed in the fire. At least 2 people are now missing. Investigators are still trying to determine a cause, but they say it could be connected to a burning shed that was captured on video in Boulder a day before the fire started. Last week, tens of thousands of residents in Boulder were forced out of their homes by the wind-whipped wildfires.
In just a few short hours, over 500 homes burned to the ground. And among those who lost everything were Wisconsin natives and UW-Madison grads Megan Monroe and her husband, Brian Fuentes. Our Mark Kane is here now with their story. Mark?
Susan, Eric, Megan Monroe grew up in Lake Mills and moved to the Boulder, Colorado area with her husband, Brian, and their 2 children, a 6-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son, a few years ago. They built their dream house in the foothills and were building the perfect life. That life was turned upside down last Thursday.
We were all home, and it was just horribly windy all morning, so we were all just inside. It was really, the wind was unlike any windstorm in that it just was so consistent.
Brian went outside around 11:30 in the morning. He saw smoke in the distance and a fire truck. Megan lifted the kids up to the window so they could see the trucks go by.
And when I put him back down, I could see the flame. So we just immediately turned and left.
They went to a friend's house and hunkered down. A few days later, the sheriff let them back to their house, or what used to be their house.
I mean, our house is unbelievable. I mean, everything's completely melted or burned and gone, and nothing's there. It's just complete and total loss for us and for so many people, I think. And it came so fast. And it was so devastatingly fast that I feel lucky that we just got out and we're okay.
Lucky they're okay. And lucky for the tremendous amount of support from friends and even strangers.
We're staying in a little cabin, and I met 2 people walking this morning, and I just lost it with them. I just cried, and I've never met them, but I just sobbed.
I think just the human connection of strangers and family and friends and community coming together has been, truly inspiring and a real joy, especially during COVID times when everyone's been so isolated.
As for what's next for Megan, Brian, and the kids, well, it's a little too early to tell. They built their old house by themselves, and they're not sure they have the emotional strength right now to redo it. For now, they're just happy that no lives were lost amid the massive destruction.
Mark, thank you. Crews are still working on rescuing hundreds of people who were stranded on a snowy Virginia highway since yesterday morning. In a collision involving 6 semi-trailers, it brought traffic to a standstill during one of the biggest snowstorms to hit the region in years. Commuters were forced to wait several hours in bitterly cold weather before crews arrived to clear most of the scene. Many were stranded without food or water and started running low on gas.
I haven't seen a plow truck or a police officer in 7 hours.
We are extremely concerned for people who have limited supply of food, water, and gas, because if they don't have gas, they can't keep their car running and they might be freezing.
Officials say they hope to have the highway cleared before rush hour tomorrow.
Oh, what a mess there. Weather alert days for us as well. Light snow expected for southern Wisconsin. Gary joins us now with what we can expect. Gary.
But Eric, it's not so much the amount of snow, it's the strong winds and the cold temperatures that will accompany it. We have alert day in the forecast for tonight and tomorrow for very windy conditions. Winds tomorrow could gust as high as 40 to 45 miles per hour. And while the amount of snow probably will be an inch or less in most areas, maybe a couple of up to 2 inches in a couple spots, the blowing snow could result in very low visibility, especially in rural areas where the wind can really howl, and that could cause very low visibilities and slippery road surfaces, because with temperatures in the mid-teens, salt isn't going to work as well. You can see some flurries already in parts of Iowa and Minnesota, but the main event is back here in the Dakotas, and that system will move pretty rapidly to the east-southeast and cover much of Wisconsin overnight into tomorrow. Now, you can see the snowfall amounts from Future Track, an inch or less most areas, maybe up to a couple of inches north and northeast of Madison. But take a look at the advisories that are in effect right now. Winter weather advisories in effect for almost all of Wisconsin. Winter storm warnings for heavy lake effect snows up in northern Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan and on the other side of Lake Michigan. And because of the strong winds, again, not so much because of the amount of snow, but just the strong winds and probably near whiteout conditions in some of the rural areas, blizzard warnings are in effect for parts of southeastern Minnesota, eastern North Dakota, northeastern South Dakota, and western Minnesota. So if you are traveling to the west, especially tomorrow, keep that in mind because you could see very limited visibilities and blowing snow. Future track wind gusts beginning at midnight tonight. Notice the strong winds already starting to push across Minnesota and Iowa and then sweeping eastward so that by early tomorrow morning, our wind gusts are in the 35 to 40 mile per hour range. During the afternoon, we're seeing those winds somewhere between about 40 and 45 miles per hour. And then late in the day, those winds start to die down a little bit and should drop down a little more significantly as we head into the latter part of the night. But again, those winter weather advisories statewide. And then we have alert days in the forecast for Friday and Monday. This is for bitterly cold air. Wind chills down to 25 below zero with actual low temperatures between 5 and 10 below zero. High temperatures between 5 and 10 above zero. And wind chills only down to 0 to 10 below zero during the day. So winter weather advisories start at 9 p.m. west of a Platteville to Lone Rock to Wisconsin Dells line. They start at midnight across the rest of southern Wisconsin. Look for occasional snow to develop overnight. Blowing snow is possible, low dropping to 15. Tomorrow, very windy with occasional snow showers and flurries. High 16 early with steady temperatures through the day, and those winds could gust to 45 miles per hour. On future track, notice the snow starting to come in overnight. Those temperatures drop to the mid-teens by tomorrow morning, stay in the mid-teens during the day. Then the snow winds down and the winds start to lighten up as we head into tomorrow night. Snowfall amounts less than an inch most areas, an inch or two in a few spots, but those winds, again, gusting into the 40 to 45 mile per hour range. Very cold on Thursday, bitterly cold on Friday. A brief warm-up on Saturday with a slight chance for a flurry. Falling temperatures on Sunday, bitterly cold again for Monday, and then temperatures rebounding for the middle part of next week. As we check out first warn traffic, right now things aren't looking too bad on the highways. There's the belt line at Fish Hatchery Road. Traffic moving pretty steadily in both directions. Not seeing any issues really on the belt line. Just a couple of minor slowdowns. The interstates and the main highways in and around Dane County looking pretty good. Travel times either direction on the belt line, a 16-minute trip between University Avenue and the interstate heading out of Madison. 25 minutes from the belt line to Janesville on I-3990. A quick 16 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12. Downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's 19 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Thursday marks 1 year since hundreds of people attacked the U.S. Capitol. Coming up next at 5, what new security measures are in place to ensure it doesn't happen again?
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We rocks in the treetop all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing this song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin going tweet, 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 rockin' robin.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
So here's what we won't do. We won't let self-doubt win again. Because together, we're working on something more real.
Elbows in.
With a real plan and coach for real 360 support. That's Anytime Fitness. That's Real AF.
The big in-stock winter blowout sale is on at Slumberland Furniture. Get year-end savings on everything in stock. Over 20 different sofas in stock and ready to go. Over 50 accent chairs and recliners too. In-stock items can be in your home really fast, even just a few days in some areas. Plus, save an extra 30% off all clearance items in store. Huge store-wide savings. Everything is on sale and shipping is free. The big in-stock winter blowout at Slumberland Furniture.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, restoring normal and natural functionality where it counts most. Call now and receive an ultrasound. Your initial consultation all for free. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them,
Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Start the new year off right with Menards Bag Sale. Pick up a bag in store and get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag now through January 15th. Whether you pack it, load it, stuff it, or stack it. From light bulbs to tools, snacks, and much more. Fit it in the bag and save 15%. So pick up a bag in store and find out how much you fit in the bag now through January 15th.
That was funny. Yeah. That's a sick bike.
Boys.
Miss Sanderson?
See you Monday.
No way.
We are quickly approaching the one-year anniversary of the January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol this week.
Today, the head of the Capitol Police unveiled the improvements that his force has made in the year since the attack. Skylar Henry has the details.
The U.S. Capitol Police say they are better prepared to handle an attack on the Capitol today than they were 1 year ago.
The department began significant work immediately after the 6th to fix the failures that occurred. Intelligence failures, operational planning failures, leadership failures.
The attack on the U.S. Capitol exposed flaws in the security system. Since then, there have been more than a dozen reports with more than 100 recommendations on how to better protect the building and lawmakers.
Intelligence, operational planning, and getting our civil disturbance unit up to where it needs to be were the three biggest issues, and those were the ones that we worked on first, and those are the ones that, frankly, are largely completed.
Capitol Police say they are preparing for the one-year anniversary of the January 6th assault, but as of now, there are no credible threats suggesting that another attack is imminent.
We're aware of several events that are planned for Thursday. Most of them aren't of much concern to us.
But in the aftermath of the attack, Capitol Police have investigated a record number of threats made against lawmakers.
When we say threats, it's basically a concerning statement that we need to look into. Some of them do rise to the level of a crime. We investigate it as a crime, and there are cases where we make arrests and there's prosecution.
Law enforcement have also arrested more than 700 people who took part in last year's January 6th assault and are still looking for several hundred more. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The chief of the U.S. Capitol Police will testify before Congress tomorrow, and we'll be right back.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. Under eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes. This new year, in just 10 minutes, you'll look incredible. This is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. It's a cream. It's a topical. It literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it. I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, and you know, I felt something happening, but I had no idea. Like, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines. Like, it's amazing. I love it.
I did this to my father at home because I was skeptical. Yes, I admit it. 4 minutes, 34 seconds. The appearance of his under eye bag was completely gone. We were screaming. You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself. I am telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real. This new year is the best time to get Plexiderm for only $14.95 and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution
solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Living with metastatic breast cancer means being relentless.
Because every day matters, and having more of them is possible with Verzenio, the only one of its kind proven to help you live significantly longer when taken with fulvestrant, regardless of menopause.
Verzenio plus fulvestrant is for HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
Every day matters.
And I want more of them.
Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
It's actually pretty comfortable out there, but some snow up in the Dakotas heading in our direction. Will be here later on tonight. Temperatures right around 30 degrees, but the winds are dropping wind chills down into the upper teens. That's a far cry from where we're going to be tomorrow. Winter weather advisories in effect beginning at 9 p.m. west of a Platteville to Lone Rock to Wisconsin Dells line, beginning at midnight elsewhere through 6 p.m. tomorrow. Look for snow showers and flurries, and then very windy tomorrow with temperatures staying in the middle teens. Winds could gust to 45 miles an hour.
All right, Gary, CBS Evening News is next. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.